have taught me amazing things. They've shown me that equines are the bridge to a deeper understanding of the meaning of life and a better sense of ourselves in this world. I'm Meredith Hodges, and I'd like to share with you some of the people I've met and the experiences that I've had along life's journey with those magnificent mules.
If you want to see what mules can do, there's no better place than Bishop, California. Over Memorial Day weekend, thousands of folks from all around the world come to Bishop Mule Days to see a one-of-a-kind show that's part rodeo, part Wild West show, and just plain fun.
You come for the adventure and you stay for the people. That's what it's all about. The people that you meet that handle mules, they're a lot of fun. There's a lot of other crazies out here that have a good time. They're here for the fun. If you get on a mule and you ride a mule, he'll humble you. If you have an attitude and you think you're a hot shot, that mule, he'll make you feel a little bit smaller. And then it's like it's all okay because it doesn't matter. Your stuff doesn't smell any better than anybody else's does, so.
There's over 180 classes with 800 mules competing in all the events that horses do and more. There are cattle classes, driving classes, English and jumping, reining, and chariots. Something for everyone. For the next 2 weeks, we're going behind the scenes for highlights and interviews. So let's get started with some Gambler's Choice Trail.
Here we are at the Bishop Mule Days Gambler's Choice Trail class. Now this is more than just a regular trail class. This is a timed event. So it's really important that you've got all your training down on each of the obstacles before you even enter a class like this. Each obstacle in the course is assigned a certain number of points. So some of the tougher obstacles, like things that involve lateral work, are going to be scoring higher than things that are very straightforward, like poles on the ground. So you really want to be able to know your obstacles well, to have your mule trained very well. And then there's one added little thing here on this class, is that you're not allowed to look beforehand at the course. They're not going to give it to you until you come up to the gate. So as you see, it can get a little complicated. So not only do you have to have your animal very well trained, but you have to really focus and decide what you're going to do. There's often a lot of people in this class, and today we've got 50 people, for instance. But you have to be here in case your number comes up. So it's kind of a hurry up and wait game here. So you kind of come up here, decide what you're going to do, and then you get to wait, and you hope you can remember it all. But these guys today seem to be doing a really good job out here. I'm really impressed.
Gymkhana is a division of events demanding precision, agility, and speed. These are timed races, but the donkeys don't always seem to notice.
Spankety ain't gonna do a bit of good, Brian. Stick a quarter in him. That man is secure in his masculinity, man. I'll tell you what.
She's smiling on the outside, and she's swearing like a truck driver on the inside.
In pole bending, the course has 6 poles set 20 feet apart. The rider weaves through the poles, trying to stay as tight as possible without knocking over any of the obstacles.
Tucker Slender lived up to his name. He stayed slender. I wish I had a name like Slender. All right, Tucker. And Slender red. Now back to the pole. Yes. Yes. Back down through him again. Nice run. Yeah, look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, watch those big shoulders.
For barrel races, 3 obstacles are set in a triangle. The rider may choose to begin with either the left or right barrel and passes around all 3 obstacles, forming a cloverleaf pattern. Keyhole looks the simplest, but looks can be deceiving. The rider races into the 20-foot wide circle of the keyhole, turns 180 degrees, and races back across the finish line.
Pam knows what she's doing.
All 4 of the mule's feet must enter the chalk-lined circle of the keyhole. The rider is disqualified if any of the mule's hooves touch any part of or outside the keyhole.
He tried to use the body English, didn't he?
Holes, barrels, and keyhole are serious competition for the Gymkhana enthusiast. The spirit of competition is high at Bishop Mule Days. Advice from a seasoned veteran can steady the nerves. The crowd is eager. The riders are focused. It's mutton busting. The rider who holds on the longest wins. Coming up after the break, it's hitch classes, chariots, and dressage.
Well, we're working the arena with the TR3 implements most of the time. Today, I think we'll just let the farm class do it.
Farm and hitch classes are one of the best ways to celebrate the animal that helped build America. The farm classes show the integral part that mules have played in agriculture by using turn-of-the-century tools like plows, discs, and tillers.
Told you there's some nostalgia work here. Next time you're sitting in your air-conditioned John Deere tractor with the radio going, don't you dare complain about how hard that work is. Next group coming up and continuing this legacy and this history.
The hitch classes are a glimpse into the past when mules carried the burden of transporting supplies and people to places most horses and vehicles couldn't go. We dropped in for the 4-hitch and 6-hitch competitions.
Don't you wish you could do that with your Dodge truck when you send down a trailer? Yeah, Bill. Easy. The winner for the 4 pitches just happens to be a lady. Kathy Davis, Fallon, Nevada.
If you want to see what mules or any kind of equines can do in any kind of a venue, this would be the best venue because they do everything. Pairs driving, the 4-up hitch, gambler's choice. I've chariot raced, I've chuck wagon raced, I pull, I log skid. Depending on the team I have and what we're doing. You just see how versatile they are. There's a lot of people do almost everything with them.
Chariots transcend the hitch classes. They're a unique combination of skill and theater. Chariot team roping is a mule day's specialty.
We'll shut the gates, turn the cattle loose, and it's a free-for-all. One team yet to come in. On your marks, get ready. Go! All right, where we at? Right in the middle. Who is who tonight? We got no idea. I think we have some cross-dressers. Whoop, man down. I got a man down. Yeah. Well, we got a man down, team down. He's looking for the blonde. Yeah. Look out, don't get in the middle of the traffic. No wonder he wears a helmet. Oh my God. Oh! I like this one. Look at these 2 guys got their helmets hanging on the handlebar. That makes a lot of sense. We got him caught. We got him caught. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, baby. Oh, Michael, you got him looking.
If you think barrel races are difficult, try doing it with a pair of mules and a chariot.
I don't really know what that is. No, well, he doesn't know what it is either, but he's stuck to it. Looks like he went to Walmart and just started shopping. Pink got mixed up. Oh! That looks scary. He needs to ride it out. Yeah, he is strapped in there, double strapped in there. I don't think I can do it. I hope that thing doesn't get over to the right, to the right, to the right. You better lean the other way. Good enough for me. The mules over earlier in the telephone line. We did not. Good night. These are the mules over earlier in the telephone. Oh, that looks scary. He needs to ride her axle. Hey, baby. Watch this now. Here we go. Oh, mule. Oh.
Here we are at Bishop Mule Days in the dressage classes. Now, who'd have ever guessed that mules would be doing dressage? But a long time ago, I thought, like a lot of people did, that dressage was some kind of enigma, that you had to be a phenomenal rider and have just the perfect horse to do it. As I learned more about it, I learned that dressage is actually a word that means training. And you start out at lower levels, teaching them how to track straight, how to get their balance, how to get their coordination. Dressage is primarily a conditioning of the body, the muscles, the coordination of the animal, and they really do need to be done in a very specific order, because at the beginning you want to develop the muscles that are closest to the bone and then lay layers of muscle over the top. It does take about a year per level, and sometimes more, to be able to move through each level. The first order of business is to be to get what I call a vertical flexion. Your animal needs to engage those hindquarters, and in doing so, he's stretching his body all the way from his head to his tail, so that when he's carrying the rider on the top of an arc on his back. The saddle needs to be placed on the top of that arc. This is a matter of physics. It's a matter of putting the rider and the animal together in a balanced fashion where they can execute movements easily together. Dressage isn't just a discipline. It's a progression of tests, and you're testing yourselves not only individually, but as a team. And the end result is just incredible. And that's what dressage is all about.
Stay tuned for more of the Bishop Mule Days experience after this short break.
How many of you have ever seen a mule? Raise your hand. No more? Any volunteers? Okay.
At Bishop Mule Days, education plays an important part with clinics that cover the latest trends and tips. Organizers keep the bar high with special exhibitions for the thousands of visitors that come every year. Coon jumping is a mule specialty.
Here you go. To do this jump. Yes! Look at this, you did! Oh, Brandy.
This event's name came from raccoon hunters that needed to travel pack strings through fields with fences that couldn't be moved easily. Mules and donkeys have the ability to jump from a standstill, like a deer, something that no other equine can do.
Thank you, Tequila. There we go. Confidence. How about Tequila?
The bar is constantly raised, and the mule that jumps the highest without knocking the rail is the winner.
Yes! Oh, man. Woo!
My favorite event here in Bishop Mule Days is the musical tires with the mules, because it gets crazy. They have the clowns in there with the little costumes on, the mules running around. People are playing tug-of-war with the tires to win.
Are you ready? All right, to the right, and a trot, to the right, and a trot.
If you really want to see a mule's sense of humor, there's nothing better than musical tires. This event is based on the children's game of musical chairs, but the riders have to dismount and put their foot on one of the deflated inner tubes. The last rider left with his foot on a tire is the winner.
I think Carl the mule must have read something.
Adding to the chaos, rodeo clowns Randy Munns and Jim Bob Feller protect the tires, and sometimes they even have a little help.
Oh my goodness, look who's here. Oh, Jasper! Jasper ain't a mule. Jasper will make it happen. Okay. Jasper! I don't know. Go, 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 buddy.
Right there. And put the anchor on. All right, do we have 2 finalists yet?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. All right, boys. Are you ready? Go, go, go! Look, fire up. Look.
Oh, what a good that is coming.
On behalf of Meredith Hodges and all of us at the Lucky 3 Ranch, thanks for tuning in. Join us next time for more events, interviews, and fun from Bishop Mule Days here on Those Magnificent Mules.